Hello, today we are making a lady shirt pattern. So we begin with our pattern paper and we shall draw a starting line like that. Then what we are going to do on that front pattern, we are going to cut off 2 inches. We are not cutting them off, but we are marking where the 2 inches start from. It will be our where we shall put our buttons. Yeah, so you leave the 2 inches in front. So we make our neckline 3 by 3, and now we are going to make our vertical measurements. That's our bust line. We make our under bust. We make our waistline. Measure your waistline and mark it there. Yeah, I'm using my measurements. Everyone's measurements are different. We mark up to the hip line. Then we come and make those lines there. Yeah, so we made a neckline 3 vertically and 3 horizontally on the front pattern. This is our front. My dears, you're most welcome. If you have not yet subscribed, please do subscribe. Yes, so my shoulder was 7.5. Then I come down by 1 inch to make a shoulder slope. So I'll make that shoulder slope there. And then I'll come to make my chest line. I always told you that to get a chest line, you divide by your bust measurement by 6 plus 1.5 inches. Yes, so I mark that chest line there. So I come down to make that line. I connect the chest line to the shoulder slope. So now I'm going to come on my chest line and mark my round bust measurement, divide by 4. Then I come on that line, I divide that line by 2 and then go in by 0.5. On that mark where I marked, halfway of that line is where I start going in by 0.5 inches. So after that, we are going to go and mark our waistline. Yeah, and connect that line from the chest line where we made our armhole to the waist. So we come on our neckline and reduce by 1 inch on both sides. Reduce your neckline by 1 inch. So we reduced it either side, and then we fold in that allowance. That is the button allowance. Yeah, so we cut out our pattern. When you're cutting it out, make sure the 1 inch is not on. So that is our front pattern. We finished it. Now we are making our back pattern. Remember to leave some allowance up. Yeah, so we come and make our bust measurement. We make our under bust and our waistline. You mark those lines as follows. Then now we shall make a neckline of 1 inch by 3 inches on the back. Yeah, so we make our neckline or our shoulder line also. So we come and mark that 7.5, and then we are going to connect those lines. So we go through the same process we did in the first pattern. The difference here is only the neckline. Yeah, and when we are making this pattern, we don't leave the 2 inches because the back we are not putting the buttons on the back, we are putting them on the front. Then we shall make our shoulder slope, as you can see there. So when we are making this armhole, we divide the chest line by 2. Then we shall not begin the curve from in by 0.5 inch. We shall just begin from the middle. Then we are going to mark our bust line there. I already added the sewing allowance and we just join from the middle. Yeah. So we come and mark our waistline, our waist measurement. You divide it by 4, then connect that line and then also connect to the hip line. Yeah, so we are going to replace that one inch we cut off. We are going to replace it. Yes, so we put it back on this pattern. On the back pattern we put the 1 inch on, then we connect it there, and then we are going to slope it a little bit to be uniform like that. So we cut out our pattern. So after cutting it out, you're going to make the shoulder lines meet. When you make them meet, you're going to cut off that extra. When you make them meet, you find that there is an extra. So you cut it off to make sure that they fit completely. Yeah, like that. So that is our front and back. The 1 inch we cut off and replaced on the back, when we are making our shirt, it will be like that. Yeah, that's how it will be. So what we are going to do, we are going to now make our collar stand and our collar. To make your collar, you have to measure around your neck, around the neck of your shirt, and divide by 2. After marking and divide by 2, you come on that pattern paper and mark whatever you got. Mine was 17. So you, after marking, that paper is on fold. You come up by 0.5 inch and make a slant. The slant stops on quarter-way of the measurement. I don't know how to say it. You divide 17 by 4 and make that middle point there. Yeah. After doing that, you come on that pattern from the middle and go up by 1 inch. By 1 inch by 1 inch. So you're going to connect all those points. You may use your free hand, you may use a curved ruler and connect all those points together. Yeah. So we shall cut it out. And after that, we are going to make our collar. That was our collar stand. So we are going to make our collar. We are making it 2.5. You might make yours 3 or the length you want. Yeah. It's not standard. You make it as you want. So you are going to mark the same measurements we used on the collar stand. But this time when you are going up, we are making by 2.5 or 3 inches, whatever you want. So we mark that line straight to make a rectangle. So we connect that. It is still the same measurement we used in the beginning. So you're going to go in by 1 inch, and after going in by 1 inch, you're going to connect that point to that point. Then we are going to go in the middle of that collar and reduce by 0.5 inch and slant a little bit to go in like that. So we cut out our pattern. Yeah, so that's how our collar looks like. So when I opened the collar stand, I realized that I did not slant it at the edge. Yeah, so we are going to do the collar stand again. So we are going to get our measurement, divide by 2 and mark it. This paper is on fold. Then we shall go up by 0.5 inches. Then we are going to mark quarter way of our round collar measurement. Yeah, it's around 4 point something. You mark it. Then you go and slant in with a curved ruler, or you might use your free hand. You slant in a little bit, yeah, like that, and then you go up by 1 inch. So when you're measuring this 1 inch, you're going to measure it all around. Yeah, like that. So you get your curved ruler and curve it, then you connect. Yeah, so you're going to go in by 0.5 inches and mark that point. Then what you're going to do, you're going to curve in to the next corner. Yeah, like that. So that is our collar stand. In the first place, I forgot to curve in like that, so I decided to curve in again. So what we are just going to do, we are going to cut out. So I'm going to use this pattern on our next video. I was making a shirt dress, but I decided to make not the video to be so long. So on our next video, we shall use this pattern for a shirt dress.